everyone, and welcome. We've got our 6th week Sunday Prize Arena. This is the last Prize Arena of the season. We won't be doing these during playoffs for a couple reasons. I could probably do one next week, but the week after that, as well as our finals week, we have some big tournaments coming up, actually. The U.S. Collegiate Rapid and Blitz, which should be announced sometime tomorrow, is going to be on those Sundays. So no weekly Sunday Prize Arena then, but also we want to focus on our finals and probably just taking a break before Pan Ams. So Pan Am starts in January. We might do some of these as like a preseason thing in December. But yeah, these are pretty casual. Although the games are rated, technically it's 5+2. It's an hour-long multi-club arena. You guys should know the drill by now. This is our 6th week of doing this. And yeah, the top 5 clubs get prizes, but also the top clubs throughout the entire season will also get some additional prizes. I believe, did Bangladesh win last week? I know Madison has won twice, and Georgia Tech has won twice. So this is the final one. One of those 3 clubs I just said will probably get some additional prizes. Actually, all 3 of them should if they've won. But yeah, it looks like Madison's back. They're repping. So is Bangladesh. I see a strong player from Georgia Tech as well as from UCLA. But yeah, we've got about 8 minutes before the tournament starts. Hello, Chubbs. Thanks for the follow. If you guys want to check out the standings, let me show you that. We've got Don't Mess With Me Too in the number 1 spot, repping UCLA. I actually don't know who this player is, but they're a national master, 2,300, pretty strong. So far, the favorite to win it. Next strongest player is William from Georgia Tech at 2019 rating. And then we have Cree Rules, the ambassador from UT Austin. I believe that is Dang Nguyen. Good to see. White Hat is from Northeastern. Nick, repping UT Dallas now in the number 2 spot. He is also their ambassador. So UT Dallas might be showing up. I see they got a player at the number 8 spot, El Calvary. We have Devang repping the CCL club. So this is a multi-club arena. You're supposed to join under your school's account, or your school's club, I should say. But this is open to anyone, so anyone's welcome to join. And if you want to play and don't have a college club to be part of, you can join under the CCL club. You put your rating on the line? Yes, you do. You gotta make sure that SIUE is beating Wartburg, right? I forgot. Who's your rival? SIUE right here at the number 22 spot. This list is alphabetical for the most part. There's a couple exceptions, but we have 58 schools invited in total. UT Dallas is back. You love to see it. So yeah, 58 schools. I would say like maybe a third of them actually play. Yo, UTD Chess Club in the chat, actually. So we got SIUE in the chat, UTD in the chat. Maybe they'll even stream it. Who knows? Keeping us on our toes. Illini Chess is live. They're playing the Chess Dojo Liga match. Ah. Well, we've got just under 5 minutes before the tournament starts. UC Irvine has joined. This is their first ever this season, at least. I can't remember if they've played before. Perhaps, but we have UCLA and we have UC Irvine. You could love to see the UC representation. No one from Berkeley yet. I don't see Brigham. We have a player from Michigan, and it's not Papa Pizza. It's Victor. Papa Pizza was all alone last week. He might not return. But yeah, I see a couple UT Dallas players there at the bottom. We have Bollywood from Wilfrid Laurier. There's Brody. Brody's at the number 14 spot out of 28 players. That's exactly in the middle. Some perhaps would call him mid. But believe me, he's a good player. He's out here to shock some title players, perhaps. He's here to carry SIUE. He's gonna put SIUE on his back. All right, I see Cincinnati in there. Michigan State is in there. I see Florida State is in there with Joe Mama 699. Gonna need a chiropractor, dude. Oh, I see Wartburg. Sleepy 24. I've created a false rivalry between Brody and Wartburg. Honestly, I was gonna say SIUE. I mean, Brody is the team. He doesn't need. I mean, he could use some teammates. But yeah, Wartburg has one player. SIUE has one player. Maybe that's a fair matchup. But I could imagine Wartburg getting some reinforcements. We have 2.5 minutes to go. I actually don't even know where Wartburg is. It's like, I want to say Ohio. Michael Song from Colburn has joined. He's our ambassador from Colburn Conservatory of Music. That's a school in LA that I had never heard of until they registered for the CCL. Their school, apparently they have like 115 students in total. And their chess club has like 20 people. So that's a pretty good percent. I think if any other school had that same percentage in their chess club, it would be like the largest chess club ever. All right, I see a player from, I want to say Oklahoma. Wolfer has joined, and we have a player from UChicago, Steelbite. We have a player from Southern Oregon University. We got reinforcements for Wartburg. That's not good for Brody and the SIUE team. Vignesh from UT Dallas has joined. They've got 2 of the top 3 players. No reinforcements for UCLA, unfortunately. Don't mess with me too. Although at the top, he's lonely up there. Brody has now dropped to 23, but out of 46 players. So Brody literally might just be your average collegiate chess league player. Like, you know, all right. Briss 50 representing Arizona State. Man, lots of Madison players. We have Xenon Hawk, the ambassador from Brown University, with some Ivy League representation. I don't see any other Ivy League schools. Yale usually has a player. Kiko is joining from Unibend, but he registered under the CCL club. That might be unfortunate, but he is the number 1 player. 10 seconds left. Another player from Cincinnati has joined. Another Georgia Tech strong player. All right, the game should be pairing right now. Kiko is playing against Don't Mess With Me too. So if Kiko single-handedly gets in top 5, we'll have to check his score. But he will be eligible for prizes for the club because I know he is a student at University of Benin in Nigeria. What time is it there? I don't know. All right, well, I think that's it. Oh, Papa Pizza has joined. A classic late join from Ben Lee, ambassador from UMich. So this time, University of Michigan has doubled the number of players that they have. Last week was just Papa Pizza. This week, it's Papa Pizza plus Victor. So that's good news for the international master. Ooh, we've got a big matchup here. This is actually huge. These players are within 3 rating points of each other. Masharov representing Bangladesh. He's an ambassador. And we have Digit, who is also an ambassador representing University of Wisconsin-Madison. And I got to say, I like Masharov's light square bishop. That is a monster bishop on the board. It's bishop versus knight. And the bishop's on the long diagonal. Masharov trying to open up the b file. Queen to c2, I like this, connecting rooks and attacking the bishop on c6. Bishop to a4, that's a punch on the queen. Queen up to c5, offering a queen trade. White looking to trade down. Now doubling along the b file. This recapture evens out the pawn structure. Notice white has all the pieces on dark squares. Trying to get opposite of the light square bishop. Bishop tucks back to the main diagonal. And now the rook's trying to infiltrate, trying to go after this pawn. This can be blocked, and is so. Masharov offering a rook trade. Does Digit want to keep it on? Or will they trade? They trade. Rook takes back. Looks like Bollywood, Wilfred Laurier with the first points of the arena. They're in the lead. Can they hold on is the question. Bollywood is the ambassador. That is Liam J. Hartman, I want to say. He's done a great job referring other Canadian schools into the program. The program being the College Ambassador Program. I highly recommend you check that out if you haven't heard of it already. If you are a college chess club leader and you aren't part of the program, you're missing out. Very tempting to do this, but then that's going to hurt. So this guy's got to stay back. Knight here is an interesting place to be. After this guy, yeah, this one, I mean, maybe you can go here, but yeah, you got to go right back. Or you go here. Yeah, going right back, king here, that takes away this square. Push. So the rook's going to have to give up this square for the knight. Here, knight here. There goes the e pawn. So Masharov picking up a pawn. That's a pin. Threatening this and this. Okay, going after this guy, which makes sense, actually. Take and wow. Digit had that on pre-move. No, no, no. Mashroff had that on pre-move. That's a dangerous pre-move. Because he could have played knight here, actually. Alright, he wants to go here. That's a great move from Digit. Digit is down a pawn, but is active. Rook here attacking this. That's very logical. Rook here is the only move to defend, but now the king is coming in. Uh-oh. Mashroff might be closing in on a victory here. King to d6, and looks like he's going to pick up a second pawn advantage. All right, a lot of clubs getting their first points in. There we have resignation. So Mashroff leading the Bangladesh team to first place. They're at their second win with that. And Madison still looking for their first. Ooh, looks like Don't Mess With Me 2 beat Kiko. Not Kiko's best start. Here we have the strongest player in the tournament. Actually, not true. The second strongest versus Brady from Madison. That's going to be a tough matchup. Just going to call that now. Almost 4 times the rating difference. Wyatt, hello. How are you? Thanks for the follow. Ooh, these are two 2200s going at it. UT Dallas versus Georgia Tech. Supernova and Vignesh. Vignesh is up 2 pawns, it seems. That's a lot of pawns. Black has the bishop pair, but looks like this bishop's about to be caught by the knight. Knight takes, pawn takes, and now probably rook d1, rook e to d1. Right now, d2 is a big threat. You have to watch out. Take care, Wyatt. Thanks for being here. All right, rook c to d1. Rook takes on a3. And now c5 is played, forcing this rook somewhere. c6 now with tempo. So 2 connected passed pawns. Rook blockading the pawn. b5 perhaps. Nope. Rook check. Force the king up. And now the rook getting behind the bishop and behind the d pawn. Also perhaps trying to get to d7 to release the blockade on the c pawn. So here, attacking the b pawn, you could push the b pawn. Vignesh does that. So Vignesh up a pawn, but some good pawns. This looks really good for white. Opposite color bishop. The d pawn is hanging. There it goes. Back to 2 pawn advantage. This should be a win for UT Dallas. Bangladesh at 10 points. Northeastern now in second with 6. UCLA and University of Michigan tied in third with 5 points. All of them from the same player for both teams. Galileo has joined. That is Owen from Virginia. You love to see it. I would have played rook to b3 there. Get behind the b pawn, but maybe we can push regardless. C7 looks good. C7 with Bishop to b7. This and then this. And then I wasn't so sure on how to make through. Here, that... Oh, it's a pen. It's a pen. It's a fork. It's a great move. It's resignation. So, yeah, UT Dallas wins that one. That puts them tied for second with 8 points, along with Northeastern. Let's find another game. Rare Jams now against Don't Mess With Me Too. Savard versus Cree Rules here. Oh, and Savard is looking good for Cincinnati. That's attacking a pinned bishop. That's winning a bishop. There's some more checks. King has to step up. And that's mate. Nice find from Savard from Cincinnati. All right, Joe Mama versus RC Buet from Buet, Bangladesh. How's this game going? Looks like Bangladesh is doing well. Up in exchange, it seems. Better pawn structure. Better time. White is in check. You either take the knight or you move the king. So moving the king, defending the c-pawn, but now lining up with discoveries. Are there any good ones? Not particularly. So rook to b8, kind of a peculiar move. You know, rook on the open d file opposite the king looked good. But that's okay. All right, lifting the rook. Yeah, the rook came back to the d file. So you know what? I liked being on the king's file better. Both players under 20 seconds. Oh, that was some bait right there. Oh, he missed. He had bishop to d3. Bishop d3 missed. Knight check, king up, attacking the rook. Uh-oh. Material is going to be lost here. We have resignation. Yeah. Or maybe he had knight to d2, actually. Missed that. Knight d2. Anyways, all right. Don't Mess With Me versus William. Some over 2K players here. Although we could watch Zin Maestro versus Jackson Wagner. Or Wagner? I don't know. Oh, we got a couple college chess streamers going live. I see Brody's on. Lights off in his dorm. See UT Dallas is on. Nick is playing against UC Irvine. Papa Pizza playing against Bangladesh. But yeah, let's see this game so far. What's going on here? Traded queens pretty early on. Double isolated pawns there. Zin Maestro getting a pawn back. Castles. Trade the rooks off. Oh, we have a nice tactic here from white. Knight takes on e5. And there's a fork. Nicely done. Couple checks. Pawn is grabbed. Zin Maestro looks like they're gonna promote. Look at that. Rook f3 saying take me. I'll take back and you're no longer guarding this. What moves here from both of these players? Bishop check. That's a tough one. King in the corner. And now rook up, attacking the bishop. Saying, I want that bishop off the diagonal. Because I don't want you to guard a8. I want to promote. Under 30 seconds for Jackson. There goes the bishop with tempo on the knight. and the threat of promoting. Resignation. So Zen Maestro from Colburn getting a point there. All right, here's another game. All right, looks like we're gonna go for checkmate. King B3 is mate in 2. King A1 only legal move. Oh! Oh no, we had Rook C1 mate. Oh, that's why I look at these games. That's why we do it. Oh man. Well, yeah, props to UT Dallas for getting a point there, fighting on to the last move. Fear my nukes in the chat. There they are. Was not no one was. No one was. All right, let's check on Xenon Hawk from Brown. Ooh, looks like he got a nice checkmate with the pawns. Well done. Putting Brown on the board. All right, who do we look at next? We look at Ben. We haven't seen Ben's games yet. Ben did late join, perhaps on purpose. Hard to say for sure. His opponent under a minute. Ben up a piece. To be expected. A piece for a pawn. Let's check on the standings. The club standings. So Bangladesh in first. Ben is in 9th place solely for UMich. UCLA is in second. UT Dallas a point behind them. Now, UT Dallas has a lot of players. UCLA, I think, only has one. So I suspect Dallas will catch up and surpass UCLA in only a matter of time. Northeastern is next with 8 points, and UC Irvine on their tail, 1 point behind them, which is good for their first showing. They might be in prize territory, although I don't think they have that many players. Okay, I see at least 2. At least 3 now. We're up to 61 players, which is pretty good. That's more players than we had last week. Let's see. How's the progress? Ben has his opponent down to their last 15 seconds. This knight would like to join the party, but I think Ben should just maybe mop up some pawns. Maybe deciding which ones to do that. After this last move, Black might be threatening a tactic to simplify, but that's not going to help. It would win a pawn, but doesn't work anymore. Rook takes b7. Now the knight moves. This might allow the knight to come in this way. Although this move is attacking here twice. Now Ben is under a minute. He's defending the pawn. Knight's coming in. That's a check. I wonder if you can self-mate. Here, there's a check, but you give this up. Maybe, yeah, pawn push, defending that. There is knight takes, king takes. There's also probably some sort of checkmate somehow. Knight takes, and now rook check should be mate. There it is. Nicely done. All right, UT Dallas now in first, 2 points ahead of Bangladesh. UCLA in third. UMich after this win in fourth. Northeastern tied with Wartburg for fifth. Let's find another game. All right, don't fear my nukes from the chat is now playing with Don't Mess With Me Too from UCLA. We have an en passant. Fear my nukes just got en passanted. There goes a pawn with check. The king moves. And now we need to activate these pieces. So bishop up to d7. You don't want to give up this guy with check. That would not be good. The entire structure would fall. Instead, we have bishop to d7, looking to code this c6. 2 pawns down for the UT Dallas player. Can he pull off another miracle stalemate? We shall see. All right, queen up to c2, connecting the rooks. Perhaps going to play rook to e1, attacking the queen. What does the UCLA player decide to do here? The UCLA player has spent more time. They're under a minute under their opponent. A rook lift. Kind of blocking the queen a little bit as well. Perhaps doubling makes sense. All right, and there we have it. Rook e1 hitting the queen. So the queen shall move. Comes all the way back to h6. Owen is up there, 2 for 2. Ben is 3 for 3. We have a couple players that have 3 in a row. Fear my nukes going after the c pawn. What does his titled player, his titled opponent, respond with? Bishop to b5, attacking a rook. Does the rook move? Wartburg now in 3rd place. UCLA in 4th and Northeastern in 5th. The rook does indeed move. Steps up. And now the rooks are doubled. Rook offering a trade here. This doesn't really work, unfortunately. Rook takes on e5. Knight takes on e5. Trade. And now queen check. You have to block with the queen. So either you trade queens or you take here, and looks like the pawn has been grabbed. Queen takes on c5. That's interesting. But queen block. You force the queen back, and then you take on e5. Nicely done. That is a piece and 2 pawns advantage for black. Fear my nukes with no fear. Plays on. Creates a flight square. And Bangladesh has now taken the lead. Over UT Dallas. 27-26. It's a close one. All right, we have a checkmate threat. Queen defends that. Queen is hit. Also some extra protection over this queen check. So this is a threat, and actually at this point I don't think you can save it. The queen could not have given this check, because now there are no more checks. There's no good way to defend this. So we have resignation. Nicely done from the UCLA player. 5 out of 5 now. Can anyone stop? Don't mess with me too. That puts UCLA at 3rd. 10 points behind Bangladesh. UT Dallas in 1st with 31. How's Steel Bite from U Chicago gets a point, gets a win, I should say. How's Michael Song doing? Checkmate with the queen and knight against Ash. Xenon Hawk against NJ from UC Irvine. So, okay, I like Xenon Hawks rooks. Those are looking pretty good. Grabs on A6. Xenohawk down to their last minute. NJ has 2 minutes going after this D pawn now. I mean, the D pawn could have been grabbed earlier. Perhaps afraid of rook to A8 check. Actually, maybe makes sense. Because then there's rook H8 check. You'd probably be running a rook. So, okay, Xenon Hawk up 2 pawns. Downtime, though, only 30 seconds. There is increment. Is it going to be enough? Richard would tell you the pawn and rook endgames are always drawn, so who knows? We haven't watched any Brody games yet. What's up with that? 18 seconds a move has been made here. Rook takes on h6, grabbing yet another pawn, although the c pawn might fall. But we've let up the king from the back rank. But does black want to do that? They do. They move up like this. So rook check, force the king back. Rook's doubled. That's threatening a little something there. Oh, NJ blundered the mate in one. So Xenon Hawk gets the dub for brown. All right, we got Brody versus Briss. The BR names. And looks like Brody is actually not doing too hot right now. Rumor has it. All right, King E2. Ultimate defender. Rook's doubling. Can Brody maneuver out of this? I see a threat. Brody's thinking. Dude, Brody's growing out the facial hair. Oh my goodness, this man. And he's growing out the hair too. Absolute beast. He's looking good. If you guys wanted to go check him out, I'll give him a shout out. All right, rook g1. He's found the move. This is the only defensive move. Black was threatening rook to g2, winning the queen. So now he can simplify. Rook takes g3. Rook takes g3. Rook back to g1. Pawn push up to h4. Interestingly enough. Wow. This idea that I had works. It looked like it didn't work. Oh, it doesn't. Whoa, but he's played it. Brody's played knight takes on h4. So what happens? Oh, it's a discovery on the queen. Wow. So Brody has even the material. He was down a pawn, he's grabbed a pawn back, and if the queen takes, we win this. If rook takes, we win that. And if queen takes, king takes, defending everything. Whoa, never mind. There goes that. Oh, but the king has no flight square. That's why it works. That's why it works. Takes, takes. But now this is hanging. Maybe we come... Oh, we could take this. I don't know what's happening. We should take this. My goodness. Brody and Briss, high 1400s. This is an intense match right now. Between SIUE and ASU. Yeah, I did not like this move. I thought about this initially. Rook here, Yep, there it is. Brody takes a pawn with check. Very smart. But now, how does he continue? He gives a check here. I don't know if I like that. Rook takes. Pressure here still. We need to come for this guy, I think. But then there's this. There's also that with check. Here, okay. This. Brody's going in. Rook takes with check. Black is up a pawn. King back. King up. Hold on. We take here. We could have taken this. Now Brody's got a pass pawn, a connected pass pawn. Oh. Pawn push. What is going on here, folks? Take. Rook up. So both sides with pass pawns. It's a rook and pawn in game. So you know it's going to be a draw. Brody's down to a minute. This is very much looking like a draw. King steps up. All right. I'm gonna just guess it's a draw. Ooh, we should look at this game. Got Don't Mess With Me 2 versus Flaming Coriander. And Don't Mess With Me 2, let's check on the standings. They're at a perfect 5 out of 5. Saladin from Bangladesh is at 6 out of 6 for first place. Don't Mess With Me 2, trying to catch him, but not like this. Look at this position. This does not look good. This does not look good. Why is black not taking on d4? Somebody tell me. Bishop takes d4, and now what? Your rook on g1 is hit. Your bishop on g2 is pressured. Bishop to b2. Hello? Why? What's wrong with taking that? Queen d8 check. Okay. King up. And you just lost a piece. Rook. Oh, threatening checkmate on f8. Oh, that's a check. Oh my goodness. I thought we were going to get checkmate. Oh my goodness. This just doesn't look good. Here looks terrible. You go here, black can force the queens off, which you don't want to do. And this is your only other option. Oh, it's so bad. Oh my goodness. You go up, this still allows for that. 4 seconds. Oh my god. Rook check. Maybe they want more. Also now queen here isn't mate, although it looks close. Bishop block. Oh my goodness. Queen check. King can take. Maybe should take. Who knows? What's going on? Whoa. King here. Queen check. Oh my goodness. King back. What's wrong with that? Oh, queen here defends the rook. That's really smart. Because now you can take this. I don't know. What was wrong with taking here? Queen check, probably? Yeah. I don't know. But Flaming Coriander looks like they're doing really well, even though they're under 10 seconds. It's also a fork. Man, queen back with 2 seconds. Perpetual? Question mark? King down, queen check again. King back up, and now rook takes. Nicely done. You don't even want to take back. Even though it's with check, you lose that with check. Oh my goodness! He got him with the dirtiest of moves. Queen c7 check. Oh, wow. That was so dirty. Don't mess with me too. Living, thriving in the time pressure. Got him with the oldest trick in the book. The old Botez Gambit to counter Botez Gambit. That's dirty. Wow. He was completely losing that game and gave up even more material to be as tricky as possible. And then in the dying seconds of the game, risks it all. And here he's up another queen. This man can't be stopped. He's not even first in the standings, but he is with a perfect score, 6 out of 6. Ben is only 5 out of 5. There's 2 other players that are at 6 out of 6. Saladin from Bangladesh has lost their first game. Wow. Bangladesh, though, 1 point ahead of UT Dallas. So that is a close matchup right there. Northeastern in third. UCLA, Virginia, and Madison, and Wartburg with a 4-way tie with 21 points. So, and we got 21 minutes left in the arena. Oh, man. Yeah, so Don't Mess With Me Too should be finding this an easy dub. Up a queen. Yeah, Brody and Briss drew. Let's find... here we go. Title player versus title player. This is a big one. So, Ben versus Owen McCoy from Virginia. Yeah, and both these players are perfect so far. 5 out of 5 for Ben. 6 out of 6 for Galileo. And Galileo looking to trade off some rooks. Ben doubling on the c-file, so black will probably engage that trade. Although technically doesn't have to, as that rook is defended by the rook and the bishop. So, yeah, interesting position. I'd say Galileo might have a slightly better pawn structure since Ben has the double G pawns. Galileo does trade off a rook. Maybe here we'll see rook c7, but then maybe there's rook d7. King over to f1. It's important that the bishop covers the d1 checking square. 20 minutes left in the arena. Yeah, I will be doing some more commentary after this arena actually. There's another chess tournament that's about to happen over at Rochester Institute of Technology, so I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a fun one. They're streaming on their esports channel, so we'll send the raid that way. All right, what's going on in this game? This game's looking pretty even. Pretty even, Steven. These title players not giving much to fight for. So we'll see. Rook check, rook block. Do you trade rooks down? Do you leave rooks on? I wouldn't know. Deciding to leave the rooks on. Ben says there's more for me to fight for. There's more to play for. King up to d6. Pressure on the rook. Rook is defended. I like it. G4 to take the e pawn. Okay, white's got a connected pass pawn now. And it's black that has the double pawns. Rook here. That's really close to trapping the rook. I mean, I feel like you kind of have to trade. And Ben agrees with me there, I suppose. Now bishop over to g6, getting out of the way of the e-pawn, perhaps. Also kind of locks in the h-pawn. King's stepping up now. Probably king e5 would be my guess. Perhaps threatening bishop f5 check to force the bishops off. So bishop declines that. Instead puts pressure on the g-pawn. We do see this bishop check. King goes to a dark square. c3. Okay, bishop back, covering the light squares. I was wondering if there's king e4 ideas, if that helps at all, but probably not. Okay, let's check on... Ooh, Northeastern now in the lead. Up ahead by 1 point. They're at 53. Bangladesh, UT Dallas tied for second with 52. Wow. So Northeastern storming in their way in there. With White Hat leading the way. Leading the tournament. 8 out of 9 with a streak of 7. Don't mess with me. Right behind with 7 in a row. Galileo trying to get 7 in a row. Both players from UT Dallas, 6 in a row. Vignesh and Nick. Ben here looking to get his 6 in a row. But again, looking like a draw for both of these players. That would end both of their streaks, though, which is not ideal. We're up to 65 players. We got 16 minutes left. This Rochester tournament should be starting really soon. King back to f1. That's interesting. Maybe trying to... Actually, I don't know what that does. It's like kind of a waiting move. I see UCLA chess in Brody's chat. It's always good to see the college chess streamers supporting each other. Although UCLA chess should be supporting Don't Mess With Me too, who single-handedly is putting the team in 4th place in prize territory. Galileo trying to trade off this last bishop. Ben has been declining trades, trying to fight on, continue to play for more. Galileo continuing to trade, trying to at least. Ben declining, but offering a repetition. And looks like they're going to come to a draw there. So there you have it. That ends both their streaks, though. That's not good news for them, as they need as many points as they can get because they're not getting support from their teammates. UT Dallas back in top, 61 points. Bangladesh 2 points behind them. Just under 15 minutes left in the tournament. Northeastern solidly in third. Madison 2 points behind UCLA. Wartburg only 1 point behind them. So let us find another game here. Don't Mess With Me too, likely going to win this one against Saladin, who had a really good start to this tournament. One of the main point getters for Bangladesh. Here's an interesting move. Bishop to h6, threatening checkmate on g7. We see g6 being played. Now the f file has been opened. g6, f takes, h takes. And what's going on here? Wow, bishop all the way back. Not expecting that move from white. Not really sure what it does. I kind of like that bishop on h6. Bishop tucking back here, looking perhaps to double the queen and bishop. Rook up. That's peculiar. I was thinking queen to d6. Yep, there you have it. Threatening some checks. Oh, look at that bishop block. That's actually a good move for white, in my opinion. So what is the response here? I feel like you got to move the queen. That, or you give some rook checks, but I don't think that's it, actually. Yep, queen doubling on the e file. If bishop takes b8, then we take on b8. Okay, letting us trade. Yeah, we didn't want a piece here, so I think this is somewhat helpful. Both sides have tripled up with their heavy pieces. But now black deviates first, taking on b2. Or maybe threatening this, but then there's that, so I don't really know. Although I don't see checkmate immediately, which is good. Okay. Pawn to f5, defending f7, trying to free the queen from defense, but now queen to g3, attacking the g pawn, king up to h7, defending that pawn. 10 minutes left in the tournament. Dallas 2 points ahead. Pawn push. Don't Mess With Me too is up 3 pawns, which is pretty good. But his king's not very safe, I must say. Queen up. And now h5, is that a thing? H5 has been played, looking to stir up trouble. Although rook g8 is a nice move. Computer doesn't seem to like it though. Take, and now g2 is extremely weak. Yeah. Queen check. Computer liked queen c7 or queen h2 check. Queen h2 is very peculiar. Queen c7 though I can sort of get behind. Although actually doesn't seem right. I don't know. King over. I feel like queen e1 check is pretty good. Draw offer and declined. And now rook takes on g2. Right. Nope. Saying not yet. Still really good position for the UCLA player, who I believe is still on a streak. Yeah, 8 out of 8. Bangladesh now retaking the lead, 1 point ahead of Dallas. This is going to come down to the wire here. It's crazy to think Northeastern even had a lead for a second. Okay, trade of rooks. Interesting. Queen check. Queen block. Queen check. King up. Another check. And yeah, black's threatening checkmate, so that's cool. White is still giving checks. Now from here, there's a check. Computer did not like that at all. King over. Yeah, this game's been kind of crazy. I see UCLA and Wartburg in a tie with 29 points, but I think UCLA is going to get some more points here. Oh, is that not checkmate? There you have it. All right. Where does that put UCLA? Professional L taker 9,000. Doesn't seem like a good thing. UCLA firmly in 4th place. Wartburg is in 5th place. Madison 2 points behind them. Ooh, Georgia Tech now in 5th place. 1 point ahead of Wartburg. 6 minutes left in the tournament. And then we're going to raid Rochester Esports. Let's see. Bangladesh is in 1st. Oof. Brody's back to 1,500. He's got the black pieces here. He's up a pawn. He's holding on to it. He's down to 20 seconds, though. He's up a pawn, but down on time. He's pushing. He's closing things up here. Now he's bringing the king over. Let's check on Brody's technique. How is he going to do this? His opponent has 2 minutes. Trying to trade rooks. White says no thank you. King is stepping up still. Pawn push. Another pawn push. Another pawn push. Another pawn push. All right, connected pass pawn now for Brody. Rook steps up. King steps up. There's a rook check to be given. This king might be infiltrating on the queen side. Rook check, king c5. And the king is trying to get to b5. Oh, rook takes on the h pawn. Interesting. Check, check. King is getting in. Hold on, but we can push the e pawn, no? Oh my goodness. Brody's low on time. He's defending the G pawn. He's cutting the king off. Rook here. King over. So now the A pawn is passed. Oh, I think white needed like rook e6 or something. Block. This still looks like kind of a draw because white has this h5 idea. I don't know if they're going to find it, though, is the thing. 4 minutes left in the tournament. Don't mess with me, too. Is that a perfect 10 out of 10? UT Dallas pulling ahead in the final minutes of the tournament. By a lot, actually. 9 points ahead of Bangladesh now. I think Brody's going to win this one. Farhad missed a couple opportunities, unfortunately for them. Brody advancing his pawn. Oh, hold on. Rook takes a2. White's winning. Oh, he missed it. He missed it. He missed it. Now black's winning. Black is completely winning. Oh my goodness. Queen, and then Brody's promoting on e1. Wow. King up, and now we can start checking. Oh, this is kind of an interesting way to do it. But yep, you do have that h-pawn. And he should be able to win before the clock runs down. But yeah, UT Dallas piling it on. It was a close match up until the last few minutes. But Bangladesh couldn't keep up. And yeah, Brody winning here definitely not helping Bangladesh. But yeah, Georgia Tech is in the 5th spot. Wartburg is 2 points behind. Can Wartburg sneak in last minute for that 5th and final prize spot? We've got Ricky joining. Ricky getting some points. Whoa, this game has so much time left. They could have stalled out, but Mashrov getting some points back against UT Dallas. That's actually really big. How does that affect the standings, though? It's not close. Bangladesh needs 15 points in a minute and a half. I don't think it's going to happen. But yeah, Wartburg could catch Georgia Tech. Only need 3 points. Is it going to happen, though? I'm not sure. Oh, Northeastern just passed Bangladesh by 3 points. That won't change their prize, though. 2nd and 3rd both get 1 month platinum. The real race now is between Michigan and Georgia Tech. Michigan has passed Wartburg, and now they're tied with Georgia Tech. They're both at 35. But I think Georgia Tech is up on tiebreakers. Ben just won another game. The question, though, is can he get another point to pass Georgia Tech? Can he sneak in like a draw offer or something? That is the question. Against Joe Mama. No, he beat Joe Mama. Now he's up against White Hat. Are we going to see a last-minute draw offer from the two? He's going to try to go for checkmate. Only 15 seconds left in the tournament. Oh, Georgia Tech got a point. Ben's going to need a draw offer to tie, I think. But I think Michigan isn't going to win. It's going to end. So there you have it, folks. UT Dallas with the final win of the season, 90 points. Bangladesh in 2nd, taking their spot back from Northeastern. Northeastern in 3rd, We have UCLA in 4th and Georgia Tech in 5th, 1 point ahead of Ben from UMich. So yeah, thank you all for being here, for watching, for playing and participating. Appreciate it. It's been a great season. Keep an eye out for playoffs this weekend. We're gonna update those brackets still. Announce that early, hopefully tomorrow. And we also have U.S. College Rapid and Blitz. It's coming up on Sundays, November 13th and 20th. So keep an eye out for that. Registration is going to be announced as well, hopefully tomorrow. We have Pan Am's coming up in January, as well as our spring season at the end of January. So registration for that's going to be opening soon. But yeah, that's it for me for now. But I will be continuing commentary. We're going to raid Rochester Institute of Technology. They have an esports stream going on right now with a chess tournament. So I'm going to be joining them for some commentary. So stick around for that. Thanks again. You guys are great. And I'll see you at the Rochester stream. Looking forward to that. So we're going to have to figure that out. But yeah, stick around for the raid. Thank you guys. Have a great rest of your Sunday and happy Halloween. Bye.